Every dream looks impossible until someone dares to chase it. The world sees the success, the spotlight, and the applause. But what they don't see are the silent battles, the sleepless nights, and the countless times you wanted to quit. True greatness is not built in a day. It's built in the moments when no one is watching, when you choose to rise after every fall. Success is often painted as a beautiful picture, flashing lights, applause, and admiration. But behind every achievement lies a story few dare to see. The reality is not glamorous, it's raw, demanding, and full of sacrifice. In the beginning, the idea of fame feels romantic. You imagine yourself at the top, admired by millions, living a dream life. But when you step into that world, you quickly realize it's not just about talent. It's about endurance, discipline, and resilience. You learn that to survive, you must push beyond your limits, sometimes working without rest, skipping meals, and sacrificing comfort. At first, you believe that the harder you work, the faster success will arrive. But life teaches you differently. It's not only about doing more, it's about doing it wisely. Balance becomes essential. Without it, even the brightest stars can burn out. The first taste of victory feels magical. You win a competition, land a role, or get recognized for the first time, and it feels as if the whole world belongs to you. But with every new milestone, expectations grow heavier. People start noticing you, opportunities begin to knock, and suddenly your life is no longer private. You are placed under a microscope, where every move is judged and every mistake is magnified. This is the turning point where many give up. But those who continue, they don't rely on luck. They rely on courage, humility, and the willingness to learn. In the early days when opportunities appear, you may not even understand how to handle them. But the key is to say yes, even if you don't have all the answers. You figure things out on the way, and step by step, you start to grow into the person you once dreamed of becoming. Behind every success story is a silent army of sacrifices. Parents who give up their comfort to support a child's dream, friends who cheer you on even when you're unsure, and your own willingness to give up stability for a chance at something greater. When you are young, you may not realize the depth of those sacrifices. But as time passes, gratitude awakens. You begin to see how many people stood behind you when you couldn't stand for yourself. Their faith becomes your fuel. Their belief in your potential keeps you going when self-doubt knocks at your door. Every big opportunity often requires giving up something else's security, routine, or even relationships. But if your dream means enough to you, you choose to risk it all. That is the price of chasing greatness. And only those who dare to pay it ever find out how rewarding it can be. The path to success is rarely straight. It bends, twists, and sometimes pulls you backward. Imagine starting fresh in a new country, in a new industry where no one knows your name. You may have already built a reputation somewhere else, but here, you must start again from zero. You must walk into rooms with humility, introduce yourself, and then ask for opportunities like a beginner. You accept small roles, small wins, and small steps forward. People may laugh, they may doubt you, and they may question why you gave up comfort to begin again. But this is what separates dreamers from achievers. Achievers are not afraid to begin again, no matter how many times it takes. They don't cling to past victories, they focus on the possibilities ahead. That humility, that willingness to rebuild, is what creates the foundation for lasting success. Rejection becomes your closest companion on this journey. You will hear no more times than you can count. Doors will close in your face. People will underestimate you, compare you, and sometimes ignore your worth. But rejection is not the end. It is the beginning of growth. Every no teaches you something new, how to improve, how to sharpen your skills, and how to prepare for the next opportunity. The truth is, rejection builds resilience. It teaches you patience, determination, and self-belief. While others may see rejection as a wall, you must learn to see it as a stepping stone. Each closed door pushes you closer to the one that will finally open. And when it does, you'll realize that all the failures, all the setbacks, and all the pain were necessary. They prepared you to value the moment when your yes finally arrives. Consistency is the secret ingredient no one talks about. It's easy to show up when you're motivated, but true success comes from showing up when you're tired, discouraged, and uninspired. That's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. You can't just work hard for a week or a month. You must keep going for years, sometimes decades, without immediate results. The world often mistakes consistency for luck. They see the overnight success, but don't see the years of invisible effort. The truth is, every achievement is built brick by brick, day after day. Even when you feel unnoticed, keep building. Even when you feel like you're walking in circles, keep walking. Because one day everything will align. That one breakthrough will come not because of luck, but because you refused to quit when others did. One of the hardest battles in chasing a dream is the fight against self-doubt. The voice in your head whispers, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I don't belong here. This voice grows louder when you face rejection, criticism, or comparison. But the truth is, everyone who has ever achieved greatness has faced the same doubts. The difference is, they didn't let those doubts control them. Instead, they chose to believe in possibility. Belief is powerful. It shapes your decisions, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. When you believe in yourself, even slightly, you give yourself permission to try again. And every time you try, you grow stronger, wiser, and more confident. Doubt may never completely disappear, but courage means moving forward despite it. That's how you silence the noise. Not by avoiding fear, but by walking with it. Every dreamer eventually discovers that success is not just about skill or talent. It's about mindset. Talent may get you noticed, but mindset keeps you going when talent isn't enough. A strong mindset helps you adapt, learn, and thrive in situations where others would give up. It teaches you to focus not on what you lack, but on what you can create with what you have. Life will test you with setbacks, failures, and delays, but a powerful mindset turns those obstacles into opportunities. Instead of saying, why me? You begin to ask, what can I learn from this? With that shift, every challenge becomes a lesson, every failure becomes a stepping stone, and every delay becomes preparation for something greater. A strong mindset is the difference between quitting halfway and crossing the finish line. The journey to success is lonely. When you choose to pursue something extraordinary, not everyone will understand. Some will criticize, some will doubt, and some will even distance themselves. It hurts, but it's a test. Your dream is not meant to be carried by everyone. It's meant to be carried by you. Loneliness is not a weakness. It's a stage where you learn independence, clarity, and strength. During these moments, you discover who you really are and what you truly want. You learn to rely on your own belief instead of waiting for approval. Yes, support is important, but you cannot expect others to carry the weight of your dream. The road to greatness requires walking alone at times, and in that silence, you find your strongest voice. That is where your inner power is born. Patience is the bridge between effort and success. We live in a world that craves instant results, but true achievement doesn't work that way. Seeds don't grow into trees overnight. They need time, nurturing, and care. The same is true for your goals. You might work for years without seeing visible progress, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Beneath the surface, growth is taking place. Every effort you put in is building roots, strengthening your foundation for the moment when success finally blossoms. Patience is not passive, it is active faith. It means trusting the process, even when you can't see the outcome. Those who rush often quit too early, but those who wait with persistence eventually harvest the rewards. Success is not for those who are the fastest. It is for those who never stop planting, watering, and believing. Success often demands humility. When you step into new environments, past achievements may not matter. You could have earned awards, broken records, or built a reputation elsewhere. But starting over means introducing yourself again, proving yourself again, and learning again. This can feel humiliating, but humility is not weakness, it is strength. It allows you to see yourself as a student open to growth, open to change. Humility gives you resilience in the face of rejection and keeps your ego from holding you back. Many people fail because they cling to their past victories instead of embracing new challenges. But the truly successful know how to let go, how to rebuild, and how to earn respect one more time. Humility doesn't erase your greatness. It refines it and prepares you for even bigger victories. Every journey has a breaking point. A moment where you feel the weight of your struggles crushing you, and quitting feels easier than continuing. This moment is dangerous, but also powerful. It forces you to make a choice, give up, or push through. Most people stop here, convinced the dream isn't worth the pain. But those who continue, those who take one more step when everything in them wants to stop, they are the ones who break through. The breaking point is where champions are made. It's where you discover your true strength, the kind you didn't even know you had. Pushing past that limit doesn't just bring success, it transforms you into someone unstoppable. And once you've crossed that line, life can never break you in the same way again. Recognition doesn't come overnight. Sometimes it takes years before anyone notices your hard work. And when the recognition finally arrives, it feels surreal. You remember the countless rejections, the sacrifices, the doubts, and suddenly it all makes sense. But here's the truth. Recognition is not the real reward. The real reward is the person you became while waiting for it. The discipline you built, the resilience you gained, and the strength you discovered inside yourself. These are the treasures that last longer than applause. External validation may fade, but internal growth stays with you forever. Success that is only measured by fame or money will always feel incomplete. True success is becoming the person who could achieve the dream in the first place. Recognition is sweet, but transformation is priceless. One of the most empowering victories is breaking barriers. For years, you may feel underestimated, judged by your background, your gender, or your limitations. You may be told that certain opportunities are not for you. But when you finally achieve equality, when you finally receive the respect and rewards you deserve, it is not just a personal victory. It becomes a statement for everyone who will come after you. You become a symbol of possibility, proof that boundaries can be broken and ceilings can be shattered. The fight for fairness is never easy. It can take years of persistence, courage, and unwavering belief in your worth. But once you stand on that stage, knowing you have earned your place, you realize that every struggle was worth it. Because your victory is not just yours. It opens doors for generations. Faith is the invisible force that carries you through uncertainty. When logic says it's impossible, when circumstances seem against you, faith whispers, keep going. Faith doesn't guarantee instant results, but it gives you the strength to move forward, even without guarantees. It's believing that your efforts will bear fruit in their own time. Faith gives you hope on the darkest days, courage in the face of doubt, and peace when everything feels chaotic. Without faith, the journey feels unbearable. But with it, you find reasons to continue, even when the path is unclear. Faith doesn't remove obstacles, but it transforms how you face them. It helps you see beyond your current struggle and keeps your heart focused on the bigger picture. With faith, even the impossible begins to look possible. Love for the craft is what keeps the fire alive. If you chase success only for fame or money, the journey will feel empty. But when you genuinely love what you do, every challenge feels like a lesson, every failure feels like a stepping stone, and every victory feels earned. Passion gives meaning to the sacrifices you make. It helps you push forward even when rewards are delayed. True fulfillment doesn't come from external applause. It comes from the joy of creation, from knowing you poured your heart into your work. Loving your craft transforms work into art and persistence into purpose. That love becomes your anchor. When the world doubts you, when the journey feels long, passion reminds you why you started. It's not about chasing success. It's about creating something meaningful that success will eventually follow. Success is never built alone. While your journey may feel lonely, the truth is Every great achievement involves others. Mentors who guide you, supporters who believe in you, and even critics who push you to improve. Each person you meet leaves an imprint on your story. The key is to stay open, to learn from everyone, and to remain grateful for their role in your growth. Sometimes the people who support you are not visible to the world, but they are the silent pillars holding you up. Success may have your name on it, but it is shaped by countless contributions along the way. Gratitude keeps you grounded, reminding you that no matter how far you go, you didn't walk alone. That awareness gives your success deeper meaning and turns your victories into something greater than yourself. The higher you climb, the heavier the weight of judgment becomes. When you are unknown, mistakes go unnoticed. But as soon as you step into the spotlight, every action is dissected, every word is analyzed. You become public property, open to opinions that may not reflect your truth. People will form judgments without knowing your story, and rumors may spread faster than facts. This is one of the hardest parts of success. Realizing that you can't control what others think. What you can control is how you respond. Instead of wasting energy trying to change opinions, you focus on staying true to your values, your integrity, and your purpose. The noise will always exist, but it doesn't define you. True freedom comes when you stop seeking approval and start living authentically. No matter what the world says, resilience is the ability to rise again, no matter how many times you fall. It's not about avoiding failure, but learning how to recover faster each time it happens. Life will test you with setbacks, lost opportunities, broken trust, unexpected turns. But resilience transforms those setbacks into comebacks. It is the quiet strength that allows you to stand tall even when everything around you is shaking. Resilience doesn't make the pain disappear, but it helps you use that pain as fuel. Every time you rise, you grow stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable. In fact, the greatest stories of success are not about people who never fell. They are about people who kept rising despite the falls. Resilience is the proof that nothing can break you unless you let it. Legacy is built through persistence. Success is not just about achieving personal goals. It's about creating something that lasts beyond you. When you chase your dream with courage and integrity, you inspire others to see new possibilities for themselves. Your journey becomes a map for someone else's path. Legacy is not measured by trophies or records alone, but by the lives you touch, the hope you spark, and the doors you open for those who come after you. Every struggle, every sacrifice, and every victory contributes to that legacy. It is not something handed to you. It is something you build, one choice at a time. And when you finally look back, you realize that the true reward was not only reaching the destination, but leaving behind a trail that others can follow. The journey to success teaches you that freedom comes with responsibility. When you achieve influence, your words carry weight, and your actions inspire or discourage others. This responsibility can feel overwhelming, but it is also a privilege. To be in a position where your story motivates others means that your struggles were not wasted. Every hardship you endured becomes a source of strength for someone else. Success isn't just about what you gain for yourself. It's about how you use it to uplift others. The more you grow, the more you realize that leadership is not about being above others, but about lifting them with you. True greatness is measured not only by what you achieve, but by how you help others believe they can achieve it too. Success is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward in spite of it. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These shadows follow everyone. But courage is not about eliminating fear. It's about walking through it. Every step you take while afraid is an act of bravery. Fear will try to paralyze you, but action weakens its grip. Each time you push through fear, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the obstacles in your mind. Fear may never fully disappear, but your relationship with it changes. Instead of seeing it as an enemy, you see it as a signal that growth is near. The greatest victories often lie just beyond the edge of fear. That's why every risk you take brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. Success demands sacrifice, but it also gives perspective. You realize that the hardships you faced were shaping you all along. The sleepless nights taught you discipline, the failures taught you humility, and the rejections taught you perseverance. Without those struggles, you wouldn't value your victories the same way. The pain and pressure became the fire that forged your strength. Over time, you understand that success is not a single moment, but a lifelong process of growth, learning, and evolving. It's not about reaching the top once. It's about continuing to climb, even when you've already achieved more than you once dreamed. Success is not a destination. It is a journey of becoming, and it never truly ends. Looking back, you realize that every step mattered. The wins, the losses, the doubts, the breakthroughs. Each chapter had a purpose, shaping you into the person you are today. And while the world celebrates the visible victories, the true treasure lies in the invisible journey, the resilience built, the lessons learned, the relationships forged. Success is not about proving others wrong, it's about proving yourself right. It's about honoring the dream that once seemed impossible and turning it into reality. Your story becomes a reminder that no matter where someone begins, with faith, courage, and persistence, they too can rise. And in that realization, you find fulfillment, not just in what you achieved, but in who you became. The story of success is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It is about choosing to rise every time life knocks you down. It's about daring to believe in yourself when no one else does. And it's about building a legacy that inspires others long after you are gone. Remember this, your journey is unique, your struggles are shaping you, and your dream is worth every sacrifice. You have the power to start again, to push forward, and to turn your vision into reality. Never let doubt, fear, or failure steal that from you. Greatness is not reserved for a chosen few. It belongs to anyone brave enough to keep going. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like it and visit our channel for more powerful and motivating stories.